Okay, it's day 3 of the 7-day play challenge, and I'm gonna give you your instructions here in a second. And just a reminder, spend a few moments trying this little activity out, and then come back and leave a comment or two, see what other people are saying. Not so much about exactly what you did, although please feel free to describe what you're doing if that, of course, speaks to you. But the essence here is, how is it impacting you throughout the day? How is it changing your thoughts, whether it's positive or negative? And remember that sometimes, like when you're playing, wonderful things, happy things come up. Sometimes difficult things come up because it touches a place that's like really close to childhood, and we might have a lot of memories and ideas around that. That can be a little painful, but it can also be, if we can hold that softly and thoughtfully, that too can be a form of perspective that's really wonderful. So, okay, here's today. What you're doing is you're hiding behind a bush, like you're hiding behind a bush, or a tree or anything. This could be really fun if you're in a neighborhood or a city park or something, and you can be totally by yourself. You could do this with kids. You could do this with a friend, but like you're hiding secretly, and and then when people walk by, you're secretly, you're like blasting them with like good wishes. You're like, you're gonna be really happy tomorrow. You don't have to say it. You're just gonna feel it. I'm doing it vigorously. It could be like, you're gonna be really happy tomorrow. Another person is like, pancakes on Sunday. No flat tires for a year. That kind of thing. Your taxes will be done on time. And so there's a good intention there. I'm going to add a little twist here. If you've ever worked with kids or done stuff, little boys, girls too, will often play like shooting, hunting, honestly, even killing games like that. It's pretty normal for kids to explore that kind of stuff. If you want to shift and transition that thing, this takes confidence. But if you walk up and sort of like shift that game into this game, you've got to model it. And instead of like shooting at people or targets or animals or whatever it is, you can be like, okay, no. Like, instead of the resistance, like, don't do that. Instead, you join in. Oh, this is a cool, but you know what? There's this interesting twist. I remember this. Watch, when that deer comes by, it's going to be like, enough grass in the meadow for 7 years and your children. And you can kind of blast them even kind of strong that way. Or if it's people, it's like healthy children and grandparents. And if you play that out, you'll see that like sometimes they'll really geek out on it, and it's like a total shift in that energy. Okay, come back, leave a comment. What's happening for you? Oh.